Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone. Tony's Picks look at the WNBA here for a jam packed card on Tuesday night. And we got 5 games to look at. We've got our two great handicappers here, Ron Crawford, Justin Stacks McKelvey with us. Hey, we had a little bit of a day off there on Monday. We're looking back here for the action back on Sunday. We saw some big games there. We saw Atlanta knock off Golden State there. We also had Las Vegas and Dallas there. Also, the Sparks have a little bit of a issue there with the Mystics. Any takeaways from the action on Sunday, Ron?
Yeah, and missed a Saturday, but I did put some in the chat. I went 1-1-1. I got the fever on a push. Actually, that was my best bet on a site. Lost that 6.5, but it did come out down to 6. So hopefully you guys got a little push there. And then my best bet was the under in that Valkyries game. You got two of the slowest paced teams playing. It got a little sweaty at the end, but yeah, still got it done with the under in the Valkyries and the Dream.
Justin, you gave us the Mystics over the Sparks. You gave us that over in Indy and Connecticut as well. So a couple good wins there. Appreciate it. Anything from the action on Sunday that you caught your eye?
No, I needed a little bounce back coming Saturday. From everything that I gave up in the plays in the comments, I went 5-2. So I'm happy with that. Looking turn the page and get off this cold streak and try and get hot now and play my part. I like the. I was surprised that the Aces, which we'll be talking about them shortly, but I was surprised. I was surprised. Not that I didn't think that Dallas was going to win or nothing, but I just felt like it was a Dallas spot. Leave the back door open, and it was never open. So, but I had a plus. I had a plus money on Jewel Lord, didn't come through, and I had a plus money on Lisa Thomas, that cash. So I feel like I'm on the right page, and like today's slate, so ready to dig in.
All right, we'll see. Yeah, the Aces are talking it up now, like, hey, we know how this works, type of thing. I don't like when they start to get into that. Any team starts to get in that type of mode. But let's take a look at the action here for Tuesday with our 5 games. All right, Ron, we've got another rematch between these two. They're probably tired of each other now, and well, they might get tired of each other again later on this season. But for now, they've got to dole it out again here with the Lynx on the road. A 1 point favorite at the Liberty, 167.5. Liberty have dropped a couple in a row. We know Minnesota's on fire still here right now. And just a little bit of change in personnel status. Now, we do know that Collier is nearing a return, probably listed as doubtful right now, which is actually an upgrade here at this point for her status. So we're actually keeping an eye out here, possibly for her to make this lineup coming in. We waited here quite a while now. It's been a couple of several weeks here with Collier out. So don't know when we made this taping, but she definitely is moving closer to a return, Ron.
Don't know why. They really don't need her. They're the best team in the league. They have nothing to play for, man. They got like a 6-7 game lead on both Atlanta and the Liberty. They've swept the Liberty 3 games in a row. So it's triple revenge at home. Do you want to take that spot? Hell no, I'm not. It's what's changed. I said it Friday night. What is really changed in this lineup? There's nothing that has changed, and the Lynx keep beating this Liberty team. I mean, it's like revenge from last year. The finals. They just want to put it on them every single time. Granted, it's only a 6-point game. It was a 7-point game the first time in Minnesota, and they just blew them off the floor in New York. Yeah, is it a Liberty spot? Probably so. But there's no way I'm chasing it. Give me the Minnesota Lynx on a money line. I'm going to keep riding it, man. If they until the Liberty can show me that they can beat this Lynx team, yeah, I'm going to take the Lynx.
Justin, they've beaten them by 7 at home. They beat them at New York by 12. They beat them back home by 6. Minnesota's gotten the money in 2 out of 3 with a push here. Actually, Minnesota's one of the better spread teams in the league right now, and they're hot. ATS. Meanwhile, the Liberty 1-8-1. ATS in their last 10 games, and well, there are a slight underdog. They haven't covered anything as an underdog this year.
Yeah, I'm 2-1 in this series so far as the side, and as far as a side and a total, I'll have to put that in the comments. I'm still looking. I want to wait on Fee News as far as the total wise, but it's just like Ron said, like nothing has changed. Like Fee hasn't been there, and they just keep winning. I feel like the Lynx, like they really felt some tight about last year losing the championship. Like they just said, anytime we see the Liberty, like we jumping on them. Like whether it's by one or whether it's by 21, we're gonna win that game. So I'm not getting in front of that. But I'll get on a prop on somebody who keeps cashing for me. And I'll take Kayla McBride over her points and her assists. She played for the Minnesota Lynx. I'm gonna start putting the teams and that they play for and I get props. Not everybody knows. I found out in another sport. Not everybody knows the teams and players. So give me Kayla McBride over her points and assists. I figure however this game goes, whether Fee come back or not, I feel like Ron, what are you bringing Fee back for? Like unless you want her to get some type of award or something, like let Fee get completely healthy. Like you done beat this team 3 times without her. Like so, what's changed? Like he said, what changed? So give me Kayla McBride official bet. I don't have a number yet, but whatever number I get, I'll put it in the comments in the morning. Kayla McBride over points and assists.
It's interesting you mentioned like that. Who is the MVP right now in the WNBA? The way these two, the way all the stars, the 4, 5, 6 biggest stars have missed big chunks of time this season. I guess you can still point to Collier, but this is a lot of time she's missed. I don't know if anyone's actually passed her up, but it could, throw a wrinkle into it. I just want to mention that. I'm going to go under here in this one with Minnesota and the Liberty. Liberty's gone under right now in 7 of their last 10 overall, maybe even 8. Depends on that last game. I think maybe it was a push at 166. You're looking at 167.5 here, and for Minnesota, look, it's a more important game for the Liberty. You guys are kind of saying that too, but it's just they have maybe a mental block here right now. But again, they're just a game back of Atlanta right now. So Liberty should have motivation here. Of course, they don't have their star either here right now. And I'm seeing right now, guys, I know we're doing this show taping, but the Liberty is moving to a favorite as we speak here right now. Maybe some news, maybe Collier officially could be out because I'm seeing the Liberty now moving to a solid favorite here as we speak here on Monday. I'm going to go under here in this one. Ron says take the Lynx, Ron, plus 1.5 here now as I check it out here.
Who's moving that line?
In fact, I'm showing circa at 2.5. This is kind of alerting me here right now. So
Liberty's minus 2.5 now.
Yeah, I'm showing the line moving currently. Check your books when you see this video and see where we stand. When we started the broadcast, Minnesota was a 1-point favorite, and I'm showing the Liberty now favored in this one. And the total here down maybe to 167. I'll go under. Justin says take Kayla McBride over her points and assists in this one. Ron said Minnesota plus a little point or 2, and I'll take the under. I'll just reiterate that here because
it's 2 now. Unbelievable.
Yeah, wow. I'm seeing it 2 now. 2 at a lot of places here, so it could be wrong. Maybe that information has come out. We're doing.
I might jump on the under with you there, Ramon. I kind of liked that too, but man, that's a weird move. Something must be going on.
That made me want to wait to see how high I get and go ahead and pound on the Lynx. Like if they was favored when we started and now they 2-point dogs, I might just wait and see how far it's gonna go. Like I can't be on the Liberty.
Check us out tomorrow morning and check us out tomorrow afternoon on a happy hour. We'll break it down for you.
Yep, no turning back. We're doing this show. We're taping it one time. We're not doing it again. So let's go to the next one here. Justin, we got Connecticut on the road, taking on Washington. Washington's won a couple in a row here right now, and they are a 6.5-point favorite here over the Sun. Total 159 right now. And hey, Connecticut, did win a game a couple of nights ago against the Sky, but then they came back and lost to the Fever. Could have been a push there in that one. What do you got here, Justin, with the Mystics, a big favorite, 6.5?
Yeah, I waited and waited and waited patiently for this Mystics team to show me some type of heart since that trade that I did not understand. And sure enough, my patience has been rewarded. I feel like the Mystics is their chemistry is slowly but surely starting to get together. Some people are going to say they haven't played nobody, but I think the Sparks are somebody. So, and these are all teams that are fighting to get in. I don't want to count on them after that big upset. Well, it was only small dogs, but it's an upset when you beat the Sparks. So coming off that upset, I don't want to lay points with them. I don't. So I'll take the over. I think at home they're fighting. They're going to keep scoring. Not really big on their defense. So give me the Mystics over. Full game over.
All right, over there for Connecticut and Washington, Ron, over 159. What do you have in this one?
Yeah, I agree with Justin on that over. I got it 89-80, the Mystics. But once again, the Mystics are now just a half a game below that 8th spot, tied with the Sparks, and they just beat the Sparks. So, we thought they were dead. We thought they were pushing, and all of a sudden now they're like right back in it. And with the Seattle Storm and the Indiana Fever just plummeting to earth, those spots are getting open. And we still said, we thought the Valkyrie would probably be the ones left out. Might change that tune right now, but Washington is not dead yet, guys. 12.5 games out of the top spot, half a game out of the 8th spot, tied with the Sparks. I'm going to take Washington, lay the 6.5. Like I said, I got it about a 9-point game. Give me the Mystics.
All right, and I'll go to a prop here, and I'll take an over today in this one. I'll take Shakira Austin over 13.5 points tonight. Probably rolling right with the guys, to be honest with you here. Ron says take Washington minus 6.5. Justin says go over 159. I'll take Shakira Austin over 13.5 points in this one. All right, Chicago hosting Seattle here. Seattle's up to an 11.5 point favorite here in this one, Ron. Total 156.5 right now. Chicago's long been toast here right now, but you just mentioned the standings. The Storm are the team inside the playoff bubble right now, trying to hold off the Sparks and the Mystics. Valkyries did lose that key game, but they're still in 7th place, a full game and a half ahead of Seattle. That's not a lot of room, but man, now that we're down to the last 7, 8, 9 games for some of these teams, very, very important here. Seattle only needs to get by with a win, but they are favored by 11.5, 156.5, Ron.
Yeah, I love Seattle here. Seattle's coming off that. They were at home. They went to Vancouver. It's pretty much a home game. I know they weren't designated home team, but they did triumph over Atlanta in that one. And then they just lost to, Phoenix, and basically just can't get it done. But, man, this is a get-right spot. The first meeting was 95-57. I think they do probably the same thing to Chicago. Chicago is just not a good defensive team. And when the Seattle Storm are playing a non-defensive team, they're 22-8 to the spread. I know it's a lot to lay. I know it's double digits on the road. Everybody's like, oh, don't take the double digits for a road favorite. But I'm going to do it here. I'm laying the 11.5. Give me the Seattle Storm. I think it's a get-right spot for the Seattle Storm.
All right, Justin. It's a big number here, but Chicago's back on another losing streak. They've lost 4 in a row. Seattle has not been good either, but they did win a key game a few nights ago when they beat Atlanta on the second of that back-to-back, or at least not back-to-backer, but 2 games in 3 nights, the game they played in Vancouver there. So still, Seattle needs to win here. What do you have with this one?
What makes me feel better that Ron likes Seattle. I lean that direction too. I'll put a side and total in the comments in the morning, but what I am making official is I'm gonna be on NECA. Plays for Seattle. I'll be on over her. I'm gonna go over just her points, NECA Gumake, and nailed it. I'm telling you, I'm working on that.
You're practicing.
I be practicing these names, so I can't be butchering them. I hate when people mess up my name, so I'll be practicing. But yeah, I'm on Necker. I'm gonna be on her points, and I don't want to involve the assist and rebounds because this game might get out of hand, and she might not get all that. But if this game does turn into a blowout, it's gonna be because of Necker. So whatever her points is, I'll be on that. Is first chance I get. But again, she played for the Seattle.
All right, I'll go under here in this one with Chicago and Seattle. I guess I could go back to the old team total under for Chicago, even when they got off to a decent start in a couple of games, guys, right? Looked like maybe they were trending over there, getting over 40, 45 points first half a little bit, but man, they just nothing left in the tank in the second half in some of those games, and they've kind of faded here of late. I mean, they've not only lost 4 in a row, they've failed 4 in a row as well, and some of those had some pretty brutal quarters. You know, they scored 19 points in the second half against Golden State. They scored just 34 points when they beat Connecticut, which was pretty good. But against Indiana, they had just 33 points in the second half. So I'll go under here with Seattle and Chicago. Ron says, go ahead and lay it. Be comfortable. Lay those double digits at Chicago with the Storm. And Justin says go over with Nneka Ngumuke on her points prop here in this one. All right, a couple more here. We're still rolling with Justin's Atlanta Dream. They're on the road here taking on the hot Las Vegas Aces. Las Vegas says, this is our team. This is what we know we can do. And we were just waiting to pounce here. 21-14 now. Atlanta, 22-12. Marquee matchup here of the night. Justin, Vegas is favored at home by 1.5, and the total 164.5.
Yeah, I like this spot. Actually, I like it a lot. This Aces team, I still still be on the wrong side of this Aces team. Just when I thought I figured them out, but I don't be on the wrong side of my dream a lot. And everyone knows when the dream's on the road, I like to take the over. I'm gonna deviate a little this time. One thing I count on is we're gonna score. We're gonna score. We're gonna keep scoring. So I'm gonna be on the dream team total over. And in case I forget, this will be my best bet. Dream team total over, whatever it is, best line you can get. That'll be my best bet.
Okay, a dream team total over as the top suggestion here. Justin, is that right?
Yep.
Over the side there. Okay. Over the side with Atlanta, just a Atlanta team total over. Okay, Ron, Vegas, yeah, this is their hot time now, and they're look, they still can accomplish what they need to accomplish. I think the key here, at least at this point, hey, they're still only a half a game out of third. They're tied with the Mercury coming in. They do have 2 games in hand on them, or they're actually played 2 games more than the Mercury coming in. But man, 9-1 straight up in their last 10 games right now. And, Atlanta's the team that's kind of leading the pack, if you know what I mean, ahead of everybody else but Minnesota.
Yeah, we talked about, in over in Eastern Conference, they're pretty much the solid pick over there. Liberty until they can get it together and stop playing the Lynx, I guess. But you look at yesterday's game. Dallas was missing Gubawale. That's a lot of scoring right there, of course. And also Uru was nothing down low, so they had no answer for Aja Wilson. And if you look at this team, Atlanta, and again, same kind of thing happened with the Valkyries. Valkyries had no answer for Breonna Jones or Brittany Griner. If we got those 2 inside with Wilson, I think that this is going to be a defensive game. And with the pace that Atlanta plays, I'd look for a total game under in this one. So I'm going to take the under in a nice defensive game. I know we played a very defensive game last night with the Dream and the Golden State Valkyries. And I can see the same thing, and they just clog up the middle with those big bodies that Atlanta has on Wilson. So, give me that under 164.5.
Yeah, and the way Atlanta brings it too, I'm going to end up going on a prop here in this one with Aja Wilson's rebounds under 11.5 for sure here. I feel real strong about this one. That'll be my play. Go under 11.5 boards with Wilson here. Justin says take Atlanta's team total over there, probably 81.5 or so, it feels like, maybe a little 82. We'll see how that line moves. And Ron will take the under here at 164.5 with Atlanta and Las Vegas. All right, one more. It's another good one. It's another important one here with Phoenix Mercury. They're the team in fourth place right now. And look, I don't want to say, in the 8-team format of the playoffs, pretty much want to try to at least get that first rounder at home there with the fourth place finish. So very important. Valkyries, look, they're playing well enough to make the playoffs, but they don't want to lose. They're playing a tough schedule here all of a sudden with a couple of these teams, with the Atlanta and then the Phoenix back-to-back. Ron, Phoenix favored here by 5.5, total 156.
Yeah, the one thing about Natalie Nakase, man, she gets them ready after a loss. We've seen it all year long. And again, we got guard matchups. We don't really have any big inside presence because we know Monique Billings is out. As far as I know, she's going to be out again. Fagbenle, she does what she can, but she got ate up last night again by the Griner and Brianna Jones duo. So really don't have to worry about that with Phoenix. You're just going to have to shoot lights out. Worry about Alyssa Thomas. Obviously, she's just awesome this year. Game of her life last night against Seattle too. But yeah, I'm gonna look at the under again. You just got to look at those unders when you're playing the Valkyries. Somehow they still manage to get under and the slowest pace that they run. And if they hit their threes, it may go way over, but if they don't, it's going to go under. And I can see another under here. So let's see, what was that total in that one? I'm going to take under 156 in Golden State and Phoenix, but I do lean to Golden State plus the 5.5.
Yeah, both teams, Ron, have gone under in 7 of their last 10. We know the Valkyries are the biggest home under team right now. 4-12 this season to the under at home. Also 8-17 to the under as an underdog. So, Justin, what do you see here with the Valkyries and the Mercury?
Yeah, I agree about Natalie, especially coming off a loss. Like I say, the Valkyries, I was going back and forth. I'm gonna be on the Valkyries. I couldn't decide if I wanted them first half, but I want all 4 quarters in this spot. Coming off a loss, like they know they need to win every single game. They're coming off an embarrassing loss. Natalie gonna have the troops playing defense. So my official pick, I'm gonna be on the Valkyries. I actually got a better number. I got 6.5 when I moved on it as soon as it came out, but I endorsed the 5.5. Win the Valkyries.
That was interesting because that was a big move on the Valkyries in that last game too. I know Atlanta did win the game, and we're dealing with a different scenario here, but the move was clearly on the Valkyries in that last one. Hold it a second, guys. Justin didn't take first half.
I know. I was just gonna say it's your turn, man.
I'll do it. give me the Valkyries here. Probably 2.5 or 3, of course. Maybe it's 3 with the line looking like it's 5.5. I got to do that. I got to take the Valkyries here. This is one of the first.
I think they're 10-1 after a loss in the first half at home as an underdog. So yeah, it's a great spot, Ramon. I agree with you.
Now, I will say this, though, more injury troubles here for the Valkyries as Ileana Rupert did leave the last game with a concussion. So we'll see. That doesn't sound great. Usually, sometimes you got to miss one, just doctor's orders, if you see here. So Thornton, Billings, and now Rupert has been playing a little bit of a key role there for him as well. But also Phoenix's Akoa Makani, the great rookie guard there. She's also questionable still with that knee soreness. All right.
Hey, just one more thing, Ramon, I wanted to say, and I didn't say it during the Atlanta breakdown. Atlanta's on their 6th road game, guys. It's not like they flew from Seattle back to Atlanta and back to, Seattle or the West Coast, San Francisco. They did go up to Vancouver. So they've been on the road for 6 straight games. So be careful with that if you're going to look at the dream.
All right, and in this last one, Justin says, take the Valkyries plus 5.5. Ron said go under 156. And I said, I'm taking the Valkyries plus the points in the first half. Of course I am in that one. All right, that's a great look at 5 key games here. Man, the WNBA is treating us good here this season, not only with our wins, but also with a lot to play for. The parity of this league would make Pete Rozelle proud, Ron. What do you have here this week at Tony'sPicks.com?
Man, like I said, the best bets in WNBA have been really cooking. 15 out of the last 19, and then I lost with Indiana by the hook yesterday. Kind of upsetted me, but yeah, like I said, you still get the season package, $99 the rest of the year. You see what I'm doing on here. You see what we're all doing on the 2-3 zone. We're giving you pretty much some of our premiums, so write them down. I know there's one guy in the chat that writes them down every day, so I like that. I like to go back and look and say, hey, what did I say about that? But yeah, definitely we're cooking. WNBA is coming at like 9 games left for everybody, so getting ready for the playoff push. And we got a nice 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots that are really fighting for those last spots. So it's going to be a great push here into September and then in the playoffs. So get ready and let's make some money.
Yeah, for sure. And Justin, your dream would be something to watch here too, and see if they can be the team that kind of gets up there. Maybe they can end up in the WNBA finals. But again, we're really just getting here. Man, really just 2 or 3 weeks left here. The season ends on September 11th. So a few weeks to go, more games to go. What's going on with you at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I got a best bet already up for Monday to Tuesday. We're doing this Monday. I already got a best bet up for WNBA for Tuesday. I got triple stacks today, meaning Monday, and best bet in baseball Monday. No games today. So, like you said, I'm curious to see how this playoffs, how the last few days, last few weeks play out. I want to see where the dream going to end up. I want to see how this old Lynx and Liberty series ends up. Like, and I'm curious about this expansion team. I want to see what the Valkyries are they going to get in and then make some noise? They just going to get in and have a feel good story and then get swept. So I'm ready to see it. Like, this is, to be transparent, this is my I've been capping WNBA for 3 years. This is my first year official. So, and I like where I'm at right now. So I'm curious for the playoffs. I want to do the 2-3 zone for the playoffs. Like, I can't wait. Like, a lot of people don't like this sport, but I do.
Yeah, and I'll be going there with my premium picks for Tuesday at Tony'sPicks.com. Make sure you check me out over there. I'll have my best bets up and ready for the action here. Yeah, I'll be involved in Tuesday for sure. We got a big week ahead of us. Yeah, it's a week 0 in college football, but I think we all can see a great season coming here in football. We got all of our WNBA. We'll be here throughout the playoffs as well. So make sure you join us. Thank everybody in the chat for sure for making us one of the top betting shows on YouTube, no matter what the sport. And we're getting it done here with you guys, but it's because of you guys. We're getting such great viewership. We know that. We appreciate that. And make sure you check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15%. Like this video. Share it with your social media. And make sure you tell everyone to join us here on the 2-3 zone. All right. That's going to do it for Ron Crawford and Justin Stacks Mcelvy. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.